Here we are in the field for Here We Grow. And honestly, it's been cool, cloudy, and wet in our field since we planted. And it's time to start checking out how the field is coming along. What stage is our corn at? What does the weed situation look like? Let's identify some of them. And how muddy is it? Pretty muddy. This is Fargo clay, and it is sticky, and it doesn't come off easily. But I brought an expert with too. So I'm in the field today with Marsha Van Leare from Gowan, and Marsha and I wanted to look at our corn. It was planted on about May 9th. We've had a lot of rain. Let's stage the corn. How much has it grown since May 9th?
All right, we're gonna look at leaf collars is what we're...
Okay. Okay, we're gonna dig this plant out here because we wanna look at our corn growth stage. So, there we go. There he is. All right, what do we got?
I'm gonna pull him out.
All right.
Easier to see this way.
Okay, so right here, right off the bottom, if you want to flip him around, there you can see where our corn seed was planted. Now, how are we going to count the collars on this plant?
So when you stage corn, you don't really count this as your first true leaf.
Okay.
Or at least I never do.
Okay.
So I start counting right here.
Okay. I can hold it. You want to hold it?
Perfect.
Okay.
So if you look, this is what we call the collar of the plant.
Yep.
You kind of see where it splits right there.
Sure. Where you bend the leaf down to check that collar.
Yep. So as long as you can see that, that is the first true leaf.
Okay.
So this corn is technically only at one leaf.
Oh, so why don't we count this guy as a full leaf?
Because this collar is not all the way out yet. It's close.
Oh, it's not there.
It's close.
Okay.
But not quite there yet.
Here we are, one true leaf at the end of May. This corn was planted on May 9th. Would you expect this corn to be bigger, or has the weather held us back?
The weather's held us back. I mean, I'm guessing that I'd have to go back and look at weather. When it was planted, it turned cool, it turned wet, as we can see.
Yep.
So that's kind of impeded our corn development a little bit.
Okay.
Now we get some heat, this corn will pop out of it very quickly.
This is gonna grow pretty fast.
Yes. You know, they say knee high by the 4th of July. I'm gonna guess this corn will be higher than that before the 4th of July.
Depends whose knee we're using.
That's true. If we're using yours, it could be shorter.
So we know that this corn was planted at or about May 9th, and we know that it's already one true leaf. But how far did it have to come to get to the one true leaf, Marsha?
So here you can see the seed corn kernel right here, and you can see it looks like it was planted at about that 2-inch mark. That's generally where I like to see corn planted, anywhere from that 1.5 to 2 inches. Anything shallower, I'm not a fan of that. Anything deeper, and I'm really not a fan of that because it takes too much for that plant to push up and out of the ground. When we see shallower seeded corn, we can see some root development issues. It doesn't get that nice hard or that nice ball on it.
The root ball that needs to come through.
It tends to get lazy.
I can understand that. But now, most corn, when we see it, we think would be yellow, like is on our corn cobs on our shirts. But why is this pink?
So this is a fungicide and insecticide coating, and that can come in pink, it comes in green, I think I've seen purple. I've seen blue before. And what that is, so it's a fungicide and it's insecticide, and what that does is it helps protect the seedling. You know, this is pretty weak little corn right now. He's just growing, toddler stage, infant stage I guess I should say, and he's just growing, so he needs help with root development. So any root diseases that come in early, and also any insects. So wireworm, cutworm, those are probably the two biggest ones.
Honestly, bugs really love eating corn, just like we do. That's why we've got to protect those seeds. If you've been an agronomist for a while, it's automatic. As you're walking along, you see a plant out of place, you stop and pick it and throw it out. Why? Why do we want to get rid of the weeds?
Weeds are competition for this plant, or for this crop. They compete for water, they compete for nutrients, so we put a lot of money into this crop. We want the crop to take everything that we're giving it. You know, our motto at Gowan USA is keep your boots muddy and your fields clean.
We're gonna do that
like
today.
Weeds. Yep.
Now that we have them, let's go identify the weeds.